There's a personal injury firm in Las Vegas that generated over 60 million in additional revenue with one tactic and without spending a single extra dollar on advertising. Not Google ads, not billboards, not TV spots. Using a system that turned their existing clients into a referral machine that runs on autopilot. Meanwhile, most PI firms are stuck making multiple payments every month, praying the leads convert before the budget runs out. If you're tired of renting attention from unconnected strangers who forget your name tomorrow, and you want to build something that compounds over time, stay right here. Because what I'm about to show you is the exact opposite of everything you've been taught about getting referrals. Referrals are not a take good care of them and they'll take good care of you kind of thing. You will never get double-digit referrers, clients who send 10 or more cases that way. Here's the trap most personal injury firms are stuck in right now. You spend $12,000 to get unconnected strangers to reach out. Google, TV, billboards, lead services, take your pick. All advertising is for unconnected strangers. You get 40 leads, maybe 8 signed, maybe the signed ones are soft tissue cases that'll settle for $15,000 or $20,000 each. After your ad spend and overhead, your margins are too thin. But here's the worst part. You can't stop because the moment you turn off the ads, the phone stops ringing. So you're stuck on this treadmill. Pull out the money hose. Again. Run the ads. Hope for cases. Repeat. Reaching for the checkbook has become a reflex. Need cases? Run ads. It's what everyone does. And honestly, not that long ago, it worked better than it does now. Here's what nobody tells you. Advertising only works on unconnected people. Once you have the referral system working, your network becomes completely blind to your competitors' ads. Let them blow their brains out on Google and billboards. And here's the double hit. Your competitors' ads are capturing your past clients, the ones you settled cases for, the ones who liked you, the ones who never entered a referral contract with you because you never installed one. You did the work, you got the result, and you left the door wide open. And meanwhile, you know something's wrong with this picture. You settle cases every month. Your clients are happy. They shake your hand. They thank you. They tell you changed their life. And then they disappear. You never hear from most of them again. Do you know why? 3 years later, their cousin gets T-boned by a semi-truck out on the highway. A catastrophic case. 7 figures easy. And they called the lawyer they saw on a billboard, not you. Why? Because you never installed the referral contract and you never had a forever plan. You never established yourself as the authority they think of whenever someone they love gets hurt for cases big and small. So that case, the one that could have transformed your year, goes to a competitor who spent $50,000 on TV ads to reach that one person. You're working twice as hard and leaving too much on the table. And hey, I don't blame you. You went to law school to practice law, not to become an expert in marketing funnels and ad platforms. You're already managing cases, staff, budgets, and putting out a dozen fires every single day. The last thing you need is another course or book telling you to just ask for referrals or be more empathetic. You tried that. It only goes so far, and it's not very far. So here's what makes us completely different. I'm going to tell you something that might sound crazy. Never ask for referrals. Some other wizards tell you always be asking because you never know. Hey, do you know somebody who needs a personal injury lawyer? It's awkward, it puts people on the spot, and it produces nothing or almost nothing because it's not based on any understanding of how the brain functions. What I do instead is install psychological triggers at key moments in the journey to justice. The critical touch points where your clients become advocates for your firm without anyone ever asking for a referral. The core of this is something called the referral contract, installed at intake. A referral is not a favor to you. It's not something you earn the right to, but only when the case settles. It's the client's agreement to make sure their loved ones are looked after whenever they're injured and need a lawyer. And when you do this right, referrals come organically. But before I explain how it works, let me prove to you that it actually works. Let's look at how this can compound. You have 2 jobs. Job 1 is to get the first referral. The second is to get the bringer of the first referral to bring another and then another and accelerate. You will hear about this nowhere else. Here's Rick Harris out of Nevada. He got so good at triggering the first referral that he had 1,000 referrers. Amazing, but he did not stop there. When someone sends a loved one to him for legal care, a referral, he does not say thanks for the referral. And do you know anyone else? And here's a Starbucks gift card. He uses a structured, sequential acknowledgement and reward path based on advanced persuasion principles. Let me say it one more time. He uses a structured sequential acknowledgement and reward path based on advanced persuasion principles. Here's what happened. Those 1,000 clients each referred an additional 2 cases over the following years. We call them referral stars. Some brought 5 cases, some 7, some 10, and some a lot more. But at minimum, that's 2,000 extra cases from 1,000 referrers. At an average settlement fee of $30,000 per case, Rick's firm brought in $60 million in additional revenue from one tactic that your law firm should not be without. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's the best case. What about normal firms? Fair question. A smaller firm, veterans, disability, different model, but same principles, went from 4% of their cases coming from referrals to 37% over 3 years. That's an extra $3 million in revenue this year alone, and it compounds every single year. And here's the kicker. Even my worst client from a group program, a firm that couldn't make all the meetings, was inconsistent with implementation, did a fraction of the homework, still picked up an additional 12 referred cases per month on average by the end of the first year. The system worked anyway because when you install the right frameworks at the right moments, referrals happen whether you're paying attention or not. When you operate from, I took care of you, now send me cases, your client's subconscious starts keeping score. They got paid well on my case, they think. Now they've also gotten paid on my brother's case. I've given them enough. And your language reinforces it. Hey, if you ever come across an injured person, give them my card, translates to, give me cases. Give me money. I love cases. I love money. I did you a good turn. Gimme, gimme, gimme. It's self-promotion, not service. Instead of I did something for you, now you do something for me, how about keeping a total focus on serving the community? You're about making sure everybody is looked after, and your client will join you in making sure by sending their loved ones whenever they are injured and in need. The first referral becomes the last referral if you even get the first referral when you don't have the referral contract going for you. To get the rock rolling with that first-time referrer, it's critically important that you acknowledge and reward them the right way. When it's thank you for the case, it usually ends there. When you shift to making sure people they care about don't fall into legal traps and are properly looked after, everything changes. Right now, your client's experience is a transaction, which ends at dispersal. But remember Rick Harris and his 1,000 referral stars? It could never have happened in the reciprocity frame. I dig into your firm through a detailed questionnaire and find the high 5 leverage points that will make the biggest difference given your unique configuration. Intake is critical for setting up the referral contract and authority frame. Dispersal is the most important moment in the relationship. Right now, subliminally at dispersal, it's a transaction that's coming to an end. We want to deepen and extend the relationship and the referral contract at that moment, and 3 other things we'll find. Most firms see momentum within 30 to 60 days. But here's the more important question. What does waiting actually cost you? Next month, you're opening new cases. Those clients will go through intake, get settled, and leave, connected to dozens of people who need exactly what you do. And they'll leave without ever entering a referral contract with you. Not because they don't like you, because you haven't installed the system yet. That's not a future problem. That's happening right now. Every case you open without this system is a referral pipeline that never gets built. The firms generating 300 referrals a month didn't get there by waiting for the right moment. They got there because at some point they decided now. There's no perfect time to install this. There's only the cost of not having it, which you're paying right now. Here's what happens next. We'll talk. I'll ask you a few questions about your firm. And if it feels like a fit, we'll map out exactly what your 5 things look like. That's the whole next step. 1 click, 1 conversation. Let's go.